Alright, since this is mostly close quarters, I doubt sniper rifle will be much good. Maybe one or two places, but mostly this is all close range fighting, which is why I think Kasumi is a reasonably good choice here, as well because we're facing Geth, so tech talents work very well against that, so we have a 3-person tech team here. Of course, Tali's talents are also well suited for this mission, so that works nicely then. Okay. Is that a member of the team of one of the marine teams that assaulted this ship, or a crew member? Either way, this is not a good sign to start the mission with. And I've spotted some Geth.
Straight ahead.
What the hell? There's a hunter here somewhere. There he is. Okay, well, there's definitely a lot of Geth here. But nothing we can't handle so far. Stuff! And more stuff! All credits, anyway.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Railzora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
Why would you need to take down the firewalls to do load balancing? Sounds like really bad design. And I'm an expert on that kind of thing. Heavy weapon ammo. I think there might be a Prime in our future in that case. And a terminal we can hack. Four more credits. Which is always welcome. Repair drone. Oh, we've seen those flying around, actually.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
You know, Tali, I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that. There's no way you put that part into any pockets on that suit. Not unless you have Roger Wilco's pockets. Says the guy who was carrying around an entire arsenal most of the time in the last game. Anyway.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Well, let's hope it's a third option then. That this was just an accident. That no one could have foreseen. Let's keep going. And hope that somewhere we'll find Tali's father. Preferably alive. As well as some evidence. That would be welcome. Now you might notice that this thing doesn't have... Ah! That was close. It just didn't show up. That it didn't show any amount of money. Which is because this was a research terminal. I almost didn't get it. It wasn't my fault, as far as I could tell. That was just the last symbol didn't show up any earlier. That would have been the first time ever, I think, that I had failed a hack, if I had failed it. But I haven't, so my record's still clean.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize... Oh, Keela. How many get their networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
That doesn't sound good. It is beginning to sound like it may have been Tali's father who was doing something wrong.
You see that?
Yes, I do. Just one? Apparently. More dead Quarians. I assume none of them are Tali's father, because I am expecting her to say something when we come across him. And of course I'm still hoping that we might find him alive.
We locked down navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
This is getting worse and worse, isn't it? More money! Let's keep moving.
We've got company.
More Geth. I hate those cloaking bastards.
Try shooting the bad guys.
Yeah, you try not walking into my line of fire, and then I'll consider it. Looks like that's all of them for now. We're coming from here, but this door is locked. We can't go through there. I still don't need any mana gel. Refined palladium? Why were they storing palladium in what looks like the kitchen? Why can't you walk over the floor like a normal person? Another wall safe. Unlike the ones on Aestrom, these aren't ancient wall safes. These are just normal, modern ones. Not that it makes a difference, but anyway. Still no sign of anyone alive on this ship. That is not good.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left. They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Did you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our home world.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
I sympathize, but still, you don't want to kill off your entire population in a rash attempt to take back your home world. That would be kind of counterproductive. Oh, and there's more Geth.
One down.
Okay, that almost didn't end well. They're coming up these stairs here, or this ramp, or whatever it is.
That had to hurt.
Can't really see from here.
Down you go. This should soften them up.
Missed. Okay, that was kind of intense. But we made it. Almost didn't because of that one hunter that outflanked me. But I noticed it in time.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rail Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rail Zora.
I'm thinking something went wrong with that. Well, we're finding all our credits. Let's hope the Quarians didn't need them or anything.
No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Poor Tali.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. The main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerel and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Of course he cared. He was just not very good at showing it. We haven't been in here, have we? Stupid 30 frames per second mouse lag. Yeah, that hub on the bridge. Got the impression it might be protected by something dangerous. After all, otherwise they wouldn't be giving us so much heavy weapon ammo. So that's gonna be fun. Well, let's avenge your father, Tali. And take back this ship. Prove your innocence all in one go. Model flotilla ship. And a Geth Prime. I knew it. Seems to be behind this wall. Can I somehow shoot him? This is actually one mission where I think that if you have enough ammo to use the cane, it's kind of useful, because if you fire it against the far wall, you can kill all of them in one shot. And if you fire it any closer, you'll die as well. But we're gonna have to do this the hard way, I'm afraid. Go. This isn't meant for you. That's not a good idea. That's the problem with using
Beautiful. Gotcha.
that was close. I think we got it. The problem if you equip the heavy weapon to try to take care of one enemy and then there's other enemies in your way. Oh, we got him! Man, it's quiet now. Kinda feels ironic using Geth shield boost against the Geth. Looks like we got everything. We got a model ship, which is kind of unexpected. It's the only place I think you get one without buying it. Wait, I think there's one other place, but it's in one of the DLC. Get evidence. Well, that sounds awfully convenient.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the Admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Rael Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Alright, back to the Raya. And back to the trial. But it sounds like Tali doesn't want us to use the evidence we found, which is going to make exonerating her somewhat more complicated than it needs to be. Oh well, we'll see what we can do.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
We must trust Shepard's offer of assistance. It's only been a few hours.
The Quarian Marines lasted less than 5 minutes, Admiral. Call it.
A pity Shepard vs. Normandy is a better speaker than a soldier. I recommend posthumously exiling Tali Zora.
That bastard!
It was agreed that Tali Zora would not be convicted if she were killed in action.
It was suggested, Admiral. I recall no agreement. To that end, I call for an immediate vote.
Not so fast, Chorus. We're still alive.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali Zora vs. Normandy saved the Alarei. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarei that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Now we have options. Of course, we have a charm option, which is the easy way to get out of this. Prevent Tali from being exiled without any evidence. If you say you don't have any evidence, then you still gain Tali's loyalty, but she will be exiled. If you don't have enough Paragon or Intimidate points to use either of these options, then Rally the Crowd is actually something you can use, but only if you didn't give Vitor to Cerberus and Col Rieger survived on Haystrom. Otherwise, this option is not available. Or you can choose to give them the evidence, which gets Tali exonerated, but she also gets angry with you and you will not gain her loyalty. Fortunately, I do have enough charm points to use this. This scene is also pretty cool, but I prefer the charm scene. And you can probably find this one on on YouTube somewhere if you want.
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance...
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. And Geralt wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Allorai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges.
Yes.
Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please, don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora vs. Normandy. Kila Salai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Tali, about what your father said, what he did. You deserve better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Aww.
Come on, Talizora Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This might be useful.
That's the thing that Ron gave us, which is a tech upgrade, I think. 34 Paragon for using that option. But we're actually not going back yet, so we're gonna have to deal with the stupid press and hold F to end the mission getting in the way of dialogue and choices and things. Once again, because there's people we can talk to still.
The Admirals thought they were humbling you by forcing you to represent her, Shepard. I'm glad they were wrong. You didn't mention survivors. Did you find real Tali? I am sure he would have left you a message if he'd had time.
We found Rail's body. He left a message for Tali.
I can only imagine how horrible this is for you, child. But at least you got to hear your father tell you he loved.
Yes. Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck on your mission. No matter how dark it gets, the fleet is always with you. Keep us alive. Congratulations, Tali. Your father would be proud.
We can talk to the others as well,
I
again.
knew they wouldn't exile Tali, Zora.
Well, I'm glad you had faith in her.
Very impressive, Shepard. Thank you for your help on the Alarei. And thank you for helping Rail Zora's daughter. You stood for her when we failed. We were wrong to let our own concerns about the war overshadow Tali's trial.
The galaxy needs more people saying what you're saying, Admiral. Good luck.
Thank you, Commander.
I'm still not sure if coexistence is actually possible, but Chorus seems to be the best hope we have in trying to prevent a foolish war. Even though I don't personally like him very much.
You called us on the carpet out there, Shepard, and you were right. Thank you. Tali shouldn't have been involved in that argument. Tell me, though, honestly, what did you find over there? You spoke well, but I know a feint when I see it.
Tali, is there anything the Admiral should know?
We found a lot of dead bodies, Admiral. Including my father's, that's all. Whatever research they were doing was destroyed.
I'll take your word for it, Tali. Not that I have much choice. Fight well, and fly safe, kid. Your father would be proud of you.
I guess she wants to keep it a secret, and I think we should respect that. Sure, Viter and
maybe we can retake the whole world in my lifetime.
yeah, don't bet on it. I'm sure Vitor and Kyle will be happy to see that Tali wasn't exiled.
Hello again, Commander. Good luck, Tali.
No, he doesn't have much to say.
Nice talking, Shepard. It's funny how it takes a commander to remind the admirals about military honor. Glad they're off your back, ma'am. And that you didn't have to give them that evidence you found on the Alarei.
I didn't say anything about finding evidence, Carl.
Noticed that, ma'am.
He's smarter than he looks, isn't he? Or maybe I'm just associating him with Jane, in which case he's smarter than Jane looks.
Any idea what your next assignment's gonna be?
I'm gonna be escorting more techs around to look for signs of dark energy buildup. Maybe see if they can figure out what's causing it. Wherever they send me, it'll have to be less exciting than Haystrom.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
What's your take on the war? Are the Admirals gonna try to retake the homeworld?
I won't shy away from a fight, but if the Admirals throw the fleet at the Geth, all they'll get back is scrap metal. The best bet would be for us to find another way. But a soldier can't say unless his superiors ask.
We go where we're told in this man's military, or something like that?
Stay safe out there, Rieger.
You too, Shepard. Ma'am.
Cal, just call me Tali.
I'll work on that, ma'am.
He's trying to be your friend, damn it.
Very impressive speech, Commander Shepard. But tell me truly, did you recover any of Rael Zora's research on the Alarei?
Nothing that will help you, Admiral.
Pity. Oh well. Whatever is created can be recreated. In any event, I am pleased that our talk regarding the war conundrum allowed you to help Tali. Her exile would have been unfortunate.
Yeah, if we didn't tell Geralt or Carl Rieger about the evidence, we sure as hell aren't gonna tell you.
You should abandon your plans, Admiral. They're only gonna make the situation worse.
We shall see, Commander. Many things are impossible until they are done.
Sure.
Fly safely, Tali Zora. The fleet travels with you.
Really? That would make our life a lot harder if the entire fleet comes with us.
Tali and Shepard are good at killing synthetics. Glad that on our side.
It's what we do. I'm not sure if you can talk to the captain.
A war with the Geth.
Oh wait, that's actually not this way.
We'd never retake the home world.
I agree. With the random courier who just said that.
I was wrong. Tali Zora was innocent after all.
Indeed you were.
All this talk of war gives me chills. I hope it's just rhetoric.
Yeah. Okay.
Congratulations, Tali Zora. I was skeptical about your choice in captains, but I see now that I was wrong.
Thank you, Captain. I'm just glad that this is over.
You'll always have a place on the Rhine, whenever you decide to come home. Good luck out there. Congratulations again.
Alright. Well, it seems that it all worked out for the best. But this certainly isn't the last we've heard of the Quarians and the Geth. Not in this game, and certainly not in the context of the trilogy. Anyway, level 23. Tali Zora has been cleared of all charges, and her trust in Shepard ensures her loyalty on the mission. Political ramifications of Quarian war efforts against Geth are troubling. Likely to need Quarian forces against Reapers. Cannot risk additional instability. Oh, I think that's the first time ever I agree with the Elusive Man about something. We got Energy Drain. Drains enemies' kinetic barrier power to boost your own shields. And a loyalty outfit for Tali, which, well, basically I think she gets yellow stripes instead of the blue ones she has now, which is, the 3 stripes around her midriff. Anyway, there's not a very big difference. Geth shield strength upgrades. 25% shield strength includes. Upgrades squad members with Geth shields technology. Geth and Alliance technology diverged when Geth migrated beyond the Veil. While Geth technology is wholly incompatible with Alliance technology, this upgrade improves on Geth shielding by integrating recent Alliance advancement in redundant field generators. Now the thing is, it says upgrade squad members with Geth shield technology. We don't have any squad members with Geth shield technology, and this does not actually work on my Geth shield boost. So what is it for? It is a mystery that perhaps we'll solve in time. Also got tech damage upgrade, which is more useful. 45,000 credits. One of the few times where you find way more credits than you get funding. 2,000 palladium. Back on the Normandy, and I guess we should do our rounds and go and check in with Tali, see how she's holding up after the death of her father after all.